So good morning students. Today we are going to start exercise 1.2 of integers. I hope all the properties that I have already told you are understand by you. If you have any doubt in those properties like associative property, multiplicative property, commutative property and closure property, if you have any doubt you can ask me in the Zoom session. But I just want to remind you that please watch these videos, because on the basis of the views and on the basis of the homework submission you people will get the attendance. Okay, so without wasting any more time, first I'll take the example number 1 of your exercise integer, page number 9. Okay, so let's take one example. Write down a pair so here the first question is the first example is write down a pair of integers. So here you just write the pair of integers. Like the first question is sum is -2, so you just need to choose two integers whose sum is equals to -3. So you can use n number of examples. Let's say I have two integers. Let's say one integer is -1 and one integer is -2. So when I add these two integers, what value I'll get? -1 plus -2 -1 -2 will give me -3. So sum, write down a pair of integers. So a sum of pair of integers whose sum is equals to -3. I think this thing is clear to you all. Any doubt in this? Okay, you can take n number of example. Let's say there's one another example. You can either take one integer -4 plus 1. So -4 plus 1 is another pair whose sum is equals to -3. -4 plus 1 -3. So you can, in the similar manner, you can use n number of example. So I have given two examples here for the part A. So sum is -2, pair of integer whose sum is -3. So I have given you two example. One pair is -1 -2. So this is one pair. -1 -2 is one pair, and -4 comma 1 is another pair. Please write it down fast. So these are the two examples. Similarly, difference is -5. So I just need to take two integers here, pair of integers whose difference is -5. Like, let's say I have one integer I1 minus I2 is equals to -5. Similarly, you can write here I1 plus I2 is equals to -3. Okay, so I1 minus I2 equals to -5. Let's say I1 is -5 minus, and let's say I can take -4. So -9 minus minus plus 4, -5 will be the answer. Any doubt in this? Now you can take any other example. Let's say I1 minus I2 equals to -5. Let's say I have one integer -3 -2. So -3, this is negative integer, this is positive integer, this is negative integer, this is a negative integer. So this is the pair of negative integer, this is the pair of negative and positive integer. Similarly, this is the pair for negative integer, this is the pair for negative and positive integer. Okay, again, when I subtract a positive integer by a negative integer, what result I'll get? -3 -2, which is equals to -5. So again, I have given you two examples. This example is given in your book. This example I have given you an extra one. Similarly, this example is given in your book, and there is an extra example that I have given to you for your understanding. Okay, I think this thing is clear to you all, and in this way you can use n number of example. Okay, there is no limitation in the examples. Now now the next thing is difference is 2. Now the next is difference is 2. Like difference is -5, so here the difference is 2. So let's say you have one integer I1 minus I2 is equals to 2. So let's say I have one integer 5 and I have one integer 3. So 5 minus 3 equals to 2. So this is one example. And you can take another example from your book, which is I1 minus I2 must be equals to 2. So let's say one integer is -7 and the other integer is -9. So -7 minus minus plus 9. So 9 minus 7 will be equals to 2. So this is one example. This is another example. This example is from your book, and this example I have given you an extra one for your understanding. Okay. I think this thing is clear to you all. Okay. Now the sum is 0. The fourth part of the first example is sum is 0. So I1 plus I2 is equals to 0, right? Sum of two integers equals to 0. That means, let's say I1 is 1 and I2 is -1. So 1 minus plus minus minus, so 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. You can take n number of examples, like you can say 3 plus -3 plus minus is equals to 0. So this is the one example, this is the another example. So in this way you can use a number of examples. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the Zoom session or any other later session. But for that you need to watch these videos, then only you can ask any doubt or any query regarding these questions. Okay, please note it down fast. Now the similar question is given in your exercise 1.2, which is question number 1. Please note it down fast, then we will start exercise 1.2. And those who are done with this, please start doing question number 1. Write down a pair of integers whose first part is sum is -7. Okay, so shall I rub this? Okay. Now try to solve this question. Write down a pair of integers whose part A sum is equals to -7. This is question number 1. This is question number first of your exercise 1.2. Now sum is -3. So the first example that I can take is I1 plus I2 is equals to -7. Now let's say I1 is equals to -3 plus -4. So plus minus minus, -3 minus 4 is equals to -7. This is the first example. Similarly, you can take another example. This is the another example for the same question. Let's say you have an integer -6 plus -1. Again you have two negative integers. So -6 plus -1, so -7 is your answer. Any doubt in this? Okay. So these two examples are given. Similarly, difference is -10. Difference is -10. In this case, you can take I1 minus I2 is equals to -10, right? So you can take, let's say this is -12 minus -2. So -12 minus plus 2, which is equals to -10. Any doubt? Any doubt in this? So -12 minus -2 is equals to -2 minus plus, so -10 is answer. Any doubt? Similarly, you can take another example. where difference of two integers equals to minus 10. Let's say one integer is minus 5 and the other integer is 5. So this is the difference of a negative integer is a positive integer, right? So this is minus 5 minus 5, this is equals to minus 10. So in this way you can take n number of examples. Now for your understanding, okay. Now the C part is sum is equals to 0. So here you can write sum is equals to 0. So let's say this is plus 2 plus minus 2. So 2 plus minus minus 2 is equals to 0. This is the first example, right? Similarly, you can take, let's say you have plus 4 and you have minus 4. When you add a positive integer with a negative integer, same positive integer with the same negative integer, the result that you will get is equals to 0. So this is the examples for sum is equals to minus 7. This is the example for difference is equals to minus 10. This is the example for sum is equals to 0. Any doubt? Just note it down fast. Note it down fast. I hope the visibility of board is clear, right? Now the next question is, write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. So here you just need to take two negative integers. Here this thing is specified by in the question that you need to take pair of negative integers only. Okay, that means you have pair of negative integers, let's say I1 plus I2. So okay, whose difference he is talking about. So minus is equals to 8. And these two integers must be negative integers. So let's say the first integer is I1 is plus 10. Oh, sorry. Let's say this is minus 2, a negative integer, and I2 let's say minus 10. So both are negative integers, and there's a difference of two negative integers. So let's say minus 2 minus minus plus 10. So minus 2 plus 10 will give me plus 8. My desired result, right? So this thing is cleared. This thing is clear in the question, clearly specified in the question that these two integers must be negative integers. So first, I just take first integer is minus 2 and the other integer is minus 10. These two are negative integers. When I subtract I2 by I1, the result I'll get is plus 8. Please note it down fast. Similarly, you can take n number of example. If you want to take another example, you can write let's say this is minus 4 minus of minus 12. Let's say I1 is minus 4 and the value of I2 is minus 12. Both are negative integers as given in the question. So minus 4 plus 12 will give me plus 8. So these are the two examples. Okay. Now the next question is, write a negative and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. Okay. So let's write a negative integer and a positive integer. Let's say I1 plus I2 is equals to minus 5. But this is given the question that I1 must be a negative integer, I2 must be a positive integer. Okay. So let's take one example. Let's say this is minus 8, a negative integer. So let's say I just taken I1 as minus 8 this is a negative integer, and when I add this with a positive integer, let's say 3, this is a positive integer, so minus 8 plus 3 will give you minus 5. Any doubt? Any doubt in this? Similarly, you can take another example. I1 plus I2 is equals to minus 5. So let's say this one is minus 10, I1 is minus 10, and I2 let's say plus 5. So minus 10 plus 5, so this will give you minus 5 again. So these are the two examples. In this way you can use n number of examples. Okay, please note it down fast. Please note it down fast. Now the next thing is C part. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. So let's say you have one integer I1 and difference is talking about difference of two integer will be equals to minus 3, and this thing is specified in the question that one integer must be negative and the other integer must be positive. So let's say the value of I1, let's say minus 2, so this is a negative integer, and let's say I2 is plus 1. So minus 2 minus plus minus 1, so minus 1, so minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, right? In this way you can take n number of examples. Or you can use, let's say I1 is minus 1 minus plus 2, so let's say I1 is minus 1 and I2 is positive, so one is negative integer, other is positive integer. Minus 1 minus 2 again give you minus 3. So these are the two examples for your understanding, that if you have a negative integer and you have a positive integer, then their difference is equals to minus 3. So these two are the example for the question. Please note it down fast, then I'll explain you question number 3. So the third question is, in a quiz, team A scored minus 40, plus 10 and 0, and team B scored plus 10, 0 and minus 40 in the 3 successive rounds. Let's say both the teams, team A and team B, played 3 successive rounds, and this is the score, and these are the score, okay, secured by them. Which team scored more? The question is saying is, the question asks you is, which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? And the next question is, can we say, the question is asking from you that can we add integers in any order? Yes or no? We will check it now. Let's say team A, let's say this is team A, let's say this is team B. In the first round they scored 40, then plus 10 and then plus 0. Similarly, they scored plus 10 plus 0 minus 40. So I can write minus 40 plus 10, which is equals to minus 30. Any doubt? Similarly, can I write plus 10 minus 40 equals to minus 30? Yes or no? Because plus 10 plus 0 is again 10, minus 40 plus 10 is equals to minus 30. Similarly, plus 10 plus 0 is equals to 10, plus 10 minus 40 plus 10 minus 40 is equals to minus 30. So what inference you can draw from these two results? That both the results are equal, right? That means you can write score of team A is equals to score of team B. Any doubt in this? So can we so the question is, can we say that we can add integers any order? Yes. Result is same. It doesn't depend. It doesn't matter whether I just write -40 earlier or -40 in the later position, right? इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा बेटा कि हमने -40 को पहले लिखा है या लास्ट में लिखा है, because if you remember one thing, I have one property I have told you that addition is commutative, right? And what is commutative? If you change the position, the result remains same. So basically क्या है बेटा, ये commutative property तो है. इसी चीज को अगर मैं ऐसे लिखूं, देखिए -40 plus 10 plus 0. What commutative property says is, if you interchange the positions, the result remains same. Now plus 10, जो 10 मैंने सेकंड पोजीशन पे लिखा था मैंने उसको फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे लिख दिया, जो 0 मैंने थर्ड पोजीशन पे लिखा था मैंने सेकंड पोजीशन पे लिख दिया, एंड जो 40 मैंने यहाँ पे फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे लिखा था, नाउ आई एम राइटिंग इट इन द लास्ट पोजीशन. द रिजल्ट इज -30. द रिजल्ट इज -30. क्या रिजल्ट डिपेंड किया पोजीशन ऑफ द इंटीजर्स पे? नहीं. दैट मीन्स यू कैन राइट yes, we can add integers in any order. और आप यहां पे ब्रैकेट में क्या लिख सकते हैं? as per commutative property, or you can write addition is commutative, or you can write or addition is commutative. Any doubt in this? Please note it down fast. So this is all for the day. Question number 4 is your homework, and the next class I'll cover properties of multiplication, like commutative property, multiplication in commutative property and in associative property and in distributive property. Okay, and then we will in the next class we will start exercise. Most probably in the next class we will start exercise 1.3. But I just request you all, please watch these videos, submit your homework, because on the basis of these two things you will get the attendance. Otherwise your attendance will not be marked, or your attendance will be marked as absent. So I just request you, please watch these videos, okay, from Ursal only, not from YouTube. Okay, so this is all for the day. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask me in the Zoom session or any other later sessions. Till the time, thank you.